Hi everyone, welcome to Vishnu Tech Bits. Today we are going to discuss Hackerrank problem sum and difference of two numbers. So the main objective of this question is the fundamental data types in C are int, float and character. Today we are discussing int and float data types. Okay, so our task in this question is your task is to take two numbers of int data type, two number of float data type as input and output their sum. Okay, so declare four variables, two of type int and two of type float. Read two lines of input from the standard in according to the sequence given in the input format section below. So and initialize your four variables. Use the plus and minus operator to perform the following operations. Print the sum and difference of two int variables on a new line. Okay, so print the sum and differences of two floating variables rounded to the one decimal place on a new line. Okay, so here what is our task is will be given with two lines of input. In the first line we will be given with two integers, in the second line we will be given with two floating point numbers. So what we need to output is we need to output two lines. In the first line we need to output the sum of the integers and then space, and then we need to print the difference of that integers. Okay, in the second line we need to print the sum of the floating point number and then difference of that floating point numbers. Okay, this is what we need to print in the output. So now, in the explanation also we can see that when we sum the integers 10 and 4, we will get the integer 14. Okay, when we subtract the second number 4 from the first number 10, we get 6 as a difference. When the sum when we sum the floating point number 4.0 and 2.0, we get 6.0. Okay, so when we subtract the second number 2.0 from the first number 4.0, we'll get 2.0 as their differences. Okay, so now what we will do is, as they said, we need to declare four variables. So for that I am taking two integers a comma b, and then I am taking two more float data types. So float c comma d I am taking. So after this I'm going to read these integers. So how we will read these integers? By using the format specifier percentage %d. So I'm using scanf. So in the double quotes we need to use percentage d, comma. So we need to mention the address of that variable. So ampersand a, comma, ampersand b. After this we need to read that floating point numbers as well, right? So scanf. You need to mention the format specifier percentage f and then percentage f, comma c, comma, we need to mention the address. So c, comma, ampersand d. Okay, so this is how we are going to read integers and floating point numbers. Now we need to print the sum and difference of that integers. So printf, so I am using this printf, and then in the double quotes I am writing this format specifiers per percentage d and percentage d for integer sum and difference. So after this we need to take a new line as well. So I'm taking backslash and here itself. So and then I'm taking the sum as a plus b and then difference as a minus b. Okay, so after this we need to print the sum of floating point number and the difference of floating point number as well. So printf, so here I am using percentage f. So instead of, if we use percentage f, we are going to get 6 digits after point. So if we need to get only one decimal, as they said, okay, so they said that scale to one decimal place. Okay, so that's why what we will do is we need to use 0.1f in order to get only one digit after point. So here after this we need to give a space and then percentage again 0.1f as format specifier, and then their sum needs to be c plus d and then their difference will be c minus d. This is what we are going to do in this question. They run this question, so it is accepted. Thank you for being here.